Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a translation of a message that I received, and the translation of that message, it reads like this. Hello, Brother Nashi, how are you? Can you please post my own story? A hidden identity. I am a woman who has since joined the Marine Kingdom, and I have been given a mission, and there are women in South Africa that are going to be hosting me. So these women, they do own an events company. These women, they are based in Durban. If I travel to South Africa, that is where I am going to. I'll be in Durban. So the purpose of my visit is to make sure that when I am there, I am supposed to work with these South African women. They are also part of the Marine Kingdom, and our job will be to make sure that as many women as we can make them to join the Marine Kingdom as well. So what they do, these women, is that with their events company, when they are hosting an all-women's party, they try by all means to make sure that the marine spirits will start to follow the women that will be attending that all-women's party. So I joined the Marine Kingdom. This was after one of my cousin sister, whom we knew very well, that she was into the Marine Kingdom, and she grew up like that. She is that type of woman who always have these heavy lashes and always having these long nails, and we knew that she loved having the marine spirits, and she even claimed that the marine spirits were the ones that were giving her money. She then invited me to this other Duke and Slay party, which I attended in Harare, where they ended up using my womb for a ritual, and I agreed for them to use my womb in a ritual because they had promised me that if I do that, then I was going to own my own first car. They were going to give me money. Before all of this had happened, I was just an ordinary woman. Me and my husband, we would travel around the country going to different villages, mostly in the remote areas. So these people that we used to sell the second-hand clothes to, they could not afford to give us cash. So if someone had maize grains, they would give us the maize grains, and we would return back to Harare, and we will sell them at the market, even if it was groundnuts, peanuts, the different things that they would have harvested. So we were not making so much money because we would hire a car, and by the time that we would have returned back to Harare, we would find out that we do not have money at all. So then that was when one of this other girl that was working for me just told me that she did not want to work at our shop anymore because we had a small shop in Gweru. So me and my husband, we were forced then to leave whatever that we were doing in Harare. Then that was when we went to Gweru. When we went to Gweru, I started speaking with my cousin because the life that I was living, I was not enjoying it anymore. I was starting to regret being in South Africa because me and my husband, we used to stay in South Africa in Durban, and after we had raised enough money, when my husband suggested that we were supposed to leave South Africa so that we can return back home and we can start our own small company. Of course, me and my husband, we had the money to buy food, to live a decent life, but we wanted more. As business people, we wanted more, and we wanted to buy a car so that we can at least use our own vehicle whenever we would go out selling what we had in different villages. That was when she sent me a flyer. This flyer, it was written Duke and Slay, private all-white branch, limited ladies, exclusive mansion, no cameras, and anyone that will be dressed nice, $2,000 rewarded for the best dressed. And then that was when I said, I want to go there, but I don't want to go there because they had a picture of a mermaid that was sitting on a rock. I laughed and I said, I'm not going there because Aunt Nashari, meaning that I do not have a marine spirit in me. But then that was when she said it was just for fun. If I wanted business connections, I was supposed to be them. She then sent me a picture and she said, Lisa, look at this. This was a picture of a woman who had recently bought a new car the previous week. So I went there. When I went to that party, Brother Nashi, I was surprised that all the women that were there, they all seemed so fresh and they all drove beautiful vehicles. And she told me that in their club, these women, they were the ones that were considered to be very poor. This party was held at a huge white double-story house in Borodale Brook. They started drinking alcohol. They even told me to drink alcohol as well. What surprised me about these women was that they started sleeping with each other. And then that was when I was taken upstairs by these other women that seemed to be the high priestesses. They made me to lie down on top of a metallic table, and they had 6 clay plates, 3 on my right side, 3 on my left side, and they put their used sanitary pads in those clay plates. And then that was when they placed a knife on my stomach and they told me that they wanted to use my womb in a ritual. I was so surprised. And they even punished my cousin Daisy because she was supposed to tell me before she had brought me to the party. They then gave me an opportunity to think about it. I returned back home and I said, yes, I want them to use my womb in this ritual so that I can make money. But the strange thing that happened, Brother Nashim, was that I woke up and I was hugging this other woman. We were both in bed naked, meaning that we had intercourse throughout the night, something that I had never done in my life. Soon after I had bought my vehicle, I was then taken to another house in Mount Pleasant Heights. It was me and my new girlfriend because I am now dating a woman, even though I'm still staying with my husband. I am into dating women now. When I was taken to Mount Pleasant Heights with my girlfriend, I found out that there were other 19 women that were there, including my girlfriend, and we were told that this was a naked party. Everyone that was there was wearing a duke, just a duke, and you were not wearing anything else. And this was an orgy that was supposed to take place. You could sleep with any woman that you wanted. I only slept with my girlfriend, and I was given cash when I was there, and I returned back home. I was given some charms. These charms, I used them on my husband so that whenever I go to these slay parties, my husband, he can't complain. Even if I do not spend a night at home, my husband, since I have started using the marine spirits on my husband, therefore he cannot say, he cannot even complain because I used him. When I went to the first marine party, the Duke and Slay party that my cousin invited me to, she told me to buy a white dress that had glitters, as well as to buy a red duke. She told me that this duke, the color was supposed to be blood red, and I deleted that message on WhatsApp because I was scared that my husband was going to find out that this was what she had suggested. I even wanted to stop going there, but because I wanted the money, I said, let me go and see what is happening. So my cousin has told me that once you join the marine kingdom, you cannot leave. And I have been having dreams, and in my dreams, I always see an angel of the Lord that comes to me, and this angel shows me how I am going to be suffering in hell. But at the same time, I want the money, I want the connections that comes with being a marine kingdom woman. I really do not know if there is anyone that is willing to assist me. Please do help me. I'll be following through in the comment section. I just need advice. As a Christian, how do you suggest that I leave this occultic club that I have since joined? Because they told me that the devil owned me already and I cannot give my life back to Christ. When you post my story, please tell me. I'll be following through in the comment section. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our sister. That was the narration of the story that she sent to me. Have you ever been at a Duke and Slay party? Have you ever attended such a party? If so, is there anything that happened there that you did not understand? If anything happened, you can come to my inbox and share with me your own side of the story. Strange things indeed, they do happen in this world.